Right, so I thought I would do another little get ready with me video today. So I'm going to get started because I'm going to go to the cinema later. I have been out at my house today. So exciting. I'm basically doing DIY stuff, so now I feel the need to be all glammed up and closer to my normal. So we're going to play with some new makeup and see how that goes. I'm still trying to get the dregs out of my NYX primer, by the way, because I'm stubborn. Yeah, so that's that. I had a nice busy day today. It's so unusual for me, I don't like it. I say it's nice and I say I don't like it, I don't know. I'm just really tired. So I got my keys to my house. I'm going to fill you in on some weird drama relating to my house. I am going to get a video up specifically about it, about the house and showing what's going to get done and showing some progress and things as progress actually happens. But at the moment, oh my god. So I got the keys on the 8th of October, right? And we nipped around quickly on my lunch break just to take meter readings for the gas and electric meters, just so that it's accurate when I'm taking over from. So we nipped in to do that and had a quick look around to make sure that nothing had been damaged since I last saw it. Nothing had been left behind I would have to make arrangements for. There was post for the last owner, and when we opened the garage it was like full. Lawnmower, gardening tools, all that jazz. Which, if they want to leave it for me, bonus, would have been happy. This, by the way, is a Kiko Smart Shadow. I don't even know what shade it is. I'm just realising it's not even written on the back of this one anymore. If you guys can see it and I'm just being blind. There you go. Anyway, so ran round, checked everything, went home. It's a Flynn mug. To go back to work. And then went back the next day. We're playing with the Age of Opulence palette from Beauty Bay, by the way. I'm going to do a bit of a spotlight kind of eye, but we're going to start with Hope. We know I like Hope. I have that tattoo to go with it. Ooh, I'll take the protector off the mirror and just use it rather than juggling. Anyway, so I went back the next day because one of the things that we'd noticed was that there was basically no lock on the front door. So there was like a wooden storm door and then like a front door with a massive glass plate on it. It had a single lock on it, but obviously you could just punch the glass. Okay, that was pigmented, whoops. So not particularly secure, and generally not what home insurers look for you to have. So we had asked where's the key, because there was actually a lock on it. There just wasn't a key to go with it. And apparently they never had the lock in the 30 or something years that they lived there. Which, in the words of Bailey Sarian, a little suspicious. But, you know, whatever. So we went back the next day to fit more locks. And we went to check on the stuff in the garage, and the garage was locked. And we're like, hang on, we don't have a key for the garage. And it's locked. So they've been back. And then I realised that the bit of post that had been there for them was gone. They'd been in the house. So weird. They'd posted the key back through the letterbox. I don't know why. We found the garage key hung up beside the back door. So they'd been in and wandering around. None of my stuff was moved in, so it's not as bad as it could be, but it's still kind of just creepy. I didn't like it. I'm just going to grab this Beauty Pie Pro Eyeshadow Blending Brush and I'm going to go into a little bit of Rich, which is just a darker green. Yeah, so that was a little bit weird. I don't think after you sell your house you're meant to go back and dodder about, right? You're just not. And at the point where I buy it and I'm told, here's your keys, you're not meant to have keys. Like, oh. So I just think the people I bought off of are particularly weird. Anyway, there's like random like locks and fastenings on doors that you just wouldn't, on the outsides of bedroom doors, right? It's just weird. So, anyway. And then, this is a little bit gross, right? So I've been steaming off Artex. I don't know if Artex is called different things in different countries. It's basically like a textured plaster where they like swirl it up with like combs and things and make it look all... It was trendy in like the 80s, right? So I've been trying to steam that off because I don't want it. It takes ages, by the way. I'm going to have such buff arms by the time I get rid of this. But yeah, so you steam it off, and then partway through I realise that I'm getting dripped on because all the condensation from the steamer is collecting on the ceiling and dripping down. And I look up and it is the colour of tea. Like, it is brown. Like, it's creeping me out now because it was dripping on me. They were really heavy smokers to the extent that, yeah, it's grossing me out. What am I doing next? I need a smaller crease brush. You will do this. Who is this by? Juno & Co. Little tiny angle crease brush. We're going to go into Velvet, which is nice purple. I'm just going for all my favourite colours because I just want to feel nice. I've been in a boiler suit scraping Artex today. Man, I know everybody told me it was hard, but I didn't think it would be as hard as they were making out. Yes, I'm an arrogant idiot that I thought that, but just let me away with it. So yeah, I feel the need to be all glam after being in a boiler suit. So yeah. And then I am going off to the cinema later. Did want to go and see Bond because I've not seen it yet. Couldn't get decent seats in the IMAX for it, so we're going to save it for a night. Me and one of my friends, we're going to save it for a night when we can get decent seats in the IMAX. And that'll be fun. I've only ever been to the IMAX once, and it was years ago for Alice in Wonderland. And I went to Millie's Cookies and got one of the big giant cookies that they usually have as like gifts or like birthday cake alternatives. I got one purely to go and see Alice in Wonderland with because disproportionate food and cookies just seemed to be right for Alice in Wonderland, you know? Yeah. Which then led my friend saying, so where do we find a giant martini for going to James Bond, eh? But I don't drink, so I would have had to find a giant milkshake so it would be shaken, not stirred. I am queen of the dad jokes, queen of the dad jokes. Dee. Okay, I am liking this combination. I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush and a little bit of velvet just because, I don't know, I want it a little bit more. Yeah, that's what I want. A little bit more. I think that colour, Rich, has just been almost entirely lost now. I got a clean blending brush. I'm not usually the person that uses this many brushes, by the way. This is unusual for me. But they are all clean today, so maybe I'm just spoiling myself. So anyway, so we're going to go and see The Last Duel instead. I've got quite a bit of fallout, but I think it's because I just keep building up more and more colours. Next I'm getting the Pro Perfect Eyeshadow Base from Beauty Pie, and we're going into Revival. This colour has just been screaming at me. I need it. I hope it comes out nice. Ooh. I remember the last Beauty Bay palette I tried, it had a shadow that just went all like weird and hard panny. You put a brush in it, and this is done the same. I think this is going to be a finger eyeshadow. Yeah. I feel like when, like, years ago this wasn't a thing. Like, eyeshadows worked with brushes, and now we've got ones that we almost exclusively have to use our fingers with. I don't get it. I like using brushes. I know you're wrong, I've got fingers, it's not like it's costing me anything. But I usually have long nails, and that makes fingers not my best application tool. I'll still use that brush just to soften the edges out. And just brushing it a little bit either side. Touching up the outer corner with velvet because it looked a little bit lost in there. Okay. I need to clean up the fallout. And I didn't bring any cotton pads over with me, so I'll be right back. Right, I'm all cleaned up, so it's skincare time. I'm going to start with my eye cream. I say start with skincare. I had my niacinamide serum on already, and a bit of lip balm because my lips were so dry. Which is weird considering I've been in a room steaming all day. Steaming's meant to be good for the moisture in your skin. And for spots, which is clearly not happening. I think this is stress related. Because I've just got so much going on. So I'm trying to work out when I'm going to manage to film reviews just now, because I don't feel like doing a wear test on makeup when I'm steaming walls is particularly fair. I don't think the wear is going to be that good when I'm in that kind of environment. So we may miss a video or two, and I apologise. I hate missing videos, but I also hate not giving a product a fair chance. So that was the Revolution Skincare Moisturizer with SPF 30, the oily skin one. I don't know why I'm putting on SPF to go and sit in the cinema, but it is just my daily moisturiser. So otherwise I'd have to go and find an alternative one. And then I'm just going to dab off the lip balm because next I'll be sorting out my foundation, and I always kind of like wipe off my lip balm before I go in with foundation, just so that when I'm blending it in I'm not spreading lip balm all over my face, because I don't think that would do many favours. Have I forgotten my primer as well? Oh no. So I'm just going to use the Revolution Peach Delight Mattifying Primer. I had been using a primer that's in like a stick, but one, I kind of can't see where I've put it, and two, it's quite sore on the stress spots. So I'm just going to give them a break, let them have a bit more gentle treatment, and hopefully they'll start to calm down. Please God. So what else is happening? Literally my house is just consuming my life just now. I don't even know what else is going on in the world. I've been binge watching Kitchen Nightmares. It's on YouTube somewhere, so I've just been binge watching that. I don't know why I like it so much. Watching completely deluded people. Let's be honest. The people on that show are deluded. Although the episode that I'm just watching, the chefs, like, they made a mistake hiring me as a chef. I don't want to be a chef. I shouldn't be called a chef. It's like, whoa, that's I've never seen that before. Usually it's, you know, I am the best thing since sliced bread. Hello, he will love my food. My restaurant is failing because everybody else is bad apart from me. Which is just so not true. I'm still actually using the Shein foundation. I do miss the B foundation from Superdrug, but I don't know. I'm going to give it another shot at some point, but I came to the conclusion that it might have been irritating my skin. Although considering it still looks like this, I'm thinking it might have been another stress breakout that just coincidentally cleared up when I stopped using that foundation. So it will have another chance. But in the meantime, coverage on this one is very nice. I've got a whole video on it. I've done a wear test and things. Yeah. It was a pleasant surprise. I've got another Shein order. So I've bought some more clothes, more accessories. I'm looking forward to that coming. See if any of it fits me. I totally fell off the bandwagon with being on a diet, okay? Like, I can't even pretend. I still went to the gym, but I was like coming home and eating chocolate. It just doesn't work. But I will get back on it at some point. Hopefully soon. Because, to be honest, sitting scraping off artites in my house would be a really good workout. If I was on a diet at the same time, it would probably come off me faster than the Artex is coming off. So, oh. And just in case Andy's worried, by the way, we sent samples off to a lab before I started. There is no asbestos in the surfaces in my house, so I am safe. Just in case you're worried about me. You love me. Anyway, colour corrector from Primark. I still love the next one, I just happened to actually use it up, and this is what else I had in. So I'm trying to run down things that I have multiples of. Primers, I am looking at you. I have a ridiculous amount of primers. Because I've got that Jason Wu oil that I reviewed, I've got that peach one that we used today, I've got a Beauty Pie one, I've got a Primark one, I've got a collection one. Look how much that is correct under there. It's brilliant. So, Sheglam 12-hour full coverage. I've had to pull the wee stopper out of this because it was running low. For those of you who don't know, the wee funnel in the lid, but you can wedge that out and you will always get hundreds more product out. So I could sit and dot this on my spots, but I would just look like a lunatic, so I'm just going to go and blend that out, and that will cover that massive breakout that we've got going on. So I think Flynn's confused by the house, because we keep going back to it and then there's nobody there. So I started taking like treats and toys and things every time we visit. Just to hopefully, you know, get him a bit of an idea about why we keep going there and that it is ours, and not somebody else's house who's just never home. Because honestly, that's what we were beginning to think was going through his wee head. Like, are you trying to visit these people? They're never home. When are you going to get it? Which, yeah. But he's been good. So I've been down working in the Artex, and he just sits, has his treats, and then lies down in the hall. Occasionally potters by like a supervisor, check how I'm doing, goes back to sitting in the hall. And then when I'm done, there's a park at the end of the street that usually has lots of dogs in it, so we go along there for a walk, and he'll usually get more treats because he is a scrounger, and he'll go up to anybody with a dog and look cute and sit nice until they go ah, Can I give him a treat? I will say yes, because, yeah, I eat treats all the time. He's not overweight, by the way. Flynn is a very healthy weight, and we feed him lots of healthy snacks, and we don't give him too many treats at home. Although I'm giving them at the new home now, so that sounds like I'm trying to evade questions. Some of his favourite things to eat are like melon, apple, cauliflower, broccoli. He's such a weirdo. Like, I go to take veg out to the bunny and he's trying to like steal it off me. This isn't for you. On camera, this looks like I've done a reasonable job of cleaning, like covering that, but honestly, the lighting is washing out a lot of the redness. This is possibly the first time in my life I've looked at a breakout and thought I could have put a colour corrector over that. But because it's the first time, I don't have one. I used to have a yellow one. Anyway, it's going to be months before I can properly move into my house. So we'll be here with this kind of makeshift setup for the foreseeable future. But oh man, I miss having my big proper makeup table where I was at a better height for the camera, and just using the RCMA powder. I always put out way too much of this, but I'd rather have too much than have to go back and get more. Get my eye nice and smooth. So my concealer had started to crease there, that's why I went in with my finger just to re-blend it. Jeez, oh, I've done a really bad job blending on my nose. I missed the tip of my nose like I always do. Yeah, I'm looking forward to having more of my own space again. But I need to be patient, and that is not my thing. Let's talk makeup. Makeup's more, and that's what you're here for. So it's getting to that time of year, all the Christmas collections and stuff are coming out. Although Revolution obviously are doing all their Halloween collections, because they do such a nice job of like celebrating that. I feel like that's quite unusual for brands. Like MAC, when I was still a fan of them, they always kind of done, it wasn't like actual collections, they would do, I don't know what to call it other than a collection. They would gather together products and do looks using them, but it was basically pre-existing products. And you know, they would just show how you can use them in like a costumey, fancy dress type of a way. Whereas Revolution do collaborations with things that just fit around Halloween. Like they've done Simpsons, because there was always the Treehouse of Horror. They've done that this year, and they've done Corpse Bride. And oh, I'm trying so hard to resist buying that. Yeah. I actually have just used up all that powder because I want to be matte AF. And now I want to be contoured AF. So, pulling out the Charisma contour from Kaleidos. So I keep just using the big pan in this. I'm not going to try and use the mirror though, that's silly. Yeah, notice I've got my Traeger's re-pierced. Yay! It's so weird. I had it done and then like years ago, jewellery fell out, never got a replacement in time, and then I wanted it redone, but my ex kept telling me he thought it was creepy. Like, I don't get that. How can an ear piercing be creepy? Like, fair enough, some of the weird tongue piercings across the tip, I would find that creepy, because I just wonder how it doesn't get caught on everything, and you know, but little bump in my ear, why is that creepy? So I look really weird with my eyebrows like this, although that's almost fitting for the 1920s. They weren't big on eyebrows. They were usually really thin and drawn on, whereas mine are just kind of washed out at the moment. I did tell you I wanted to be contoured AF, and that is what we're going for. Just building up gradually. Okay, blusher. I'm going to go with Party from Tarte. It's one of the Amazonian clay blushers. The only one I have. I should get more, they're nice. It's just like a nude, which I think will go nicely with this. So I just want a bit of life, but I don't want like a full on, oh my god, there's the patch of blusher. And I think this is a great shade for that, especially if you're pale. Oops. Okay, overdone it. Overdone it. We'll fix it. It's fine. Powder brush. So alive without looking too much. I'm going to do my eyebrows next. Strange order, but whatever. Using an Opulence Killer Queen. And I'm going to quickly give my brush a wee wipe because it's dried a little bit stiff because there was too much product on it last time. Anyway, so purple brows for my purple hair. This is actually quite a nice brow product. I ended up not liking it as an actual eyeliner. I only used it once as an eyeliner and I felt like it was a bit, I don't know, just not that pigmented. It looked kind of watercolory. Like, I don't know if you can see there where it's like went through the skin, like, you know, but it works really nice as a brow cream gel pomade. So that's what I use it for, regardless of what's written on the tin. I've had people ask me before, you know, like, what do you use for your eyebrows? I can't find colourful eyebrow products. Like, just use liners. Gel liner does it. And Kat Von D, or KVD, has a decent range compared to everybody else of coloured brow products. But for me, it just doesn't compare to the range you can get out there for gel liners. Just not in the least, because there's like Colourpop do all the coloured liners, Inglot, Ofra, Melt. There's just so many more options out there. Because the two purples in the KVD, there's a very blue based purple, and then there's, it's almost more of like a maroon, maroon red. So it just doesn't quite go with where my hair is at just now. So this one does. My eyebrows though are annoying me. I feel like they're just never look like, this one's like very nice and rounded, and then this one kind of goes flat and then down, and I can't seem to get them to want to be on the same page, and the more I try the thicker they get, and I don't want to keep doing that. So we're quitting while we're ahead just now. I think we need some lower lash line, so I've got this little teeny weeny spectrum brush, A16, so we're gonna do that. I'm going to grab that fluffy brush first of all, pinch it so it's narrow, dip it into that Hope shade, put that under too. Usually I find I've got enough left on the brush to do it without dipping, but this time I haven't. I'm going to blend that out a tiny bit with this, just so it's not such a harsh edge. You could also do that with your finger, but I think my finger might work better. Then we're going into Velvet. And just stamp that right in at the lash line. I'm doing the mouth, trying to keep my keep the skin around my eyes tight, which is why I'm not talking as much. Yeah, and then I'll have one last try at getting Revival to go on with a brush, because this one's a little bit stiffer. Maybe it'll work. Oh, it did work. Cool. Alright, that's fun. Eyeliner, eyeliner, eyeliner. You're in with my brushy somewhere. Do you know, I've got the Colourpop eyeliner and I keep not opening it and trying it, but I'm going to finish this up first, because again, too many multiples of the same thing. Okay, so I've probably just like fast forwarded that section for you because I got so caught up in wanting my eyeliner to look nice today. Honestly, see being in a boiler suit and doing junk in the house, I was just like, I want to feel pretty. So, I feel like the purple just needs blended down a little bit more on this side. Go. I'm sure I brought over an eyeliner pencil because I need my waterline done with this. Oh, it's a Revolution one. Okay, Revolution Pro. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Oh, I've been watching Great British Bake Off as well, and Strictly. I was much happier about Strictly last year with Bill Bailey in it. That got me excited. Some of the people in Strictly are... I don't know who they are. Okay, that's transferring much better than I thought it would. Look at that. Without a lot of effort. Huh. It's Revolution Pro, so... Yeah, it's Revolution Pro, so it should be a bit better, but that's really nice. Oh yeah, so Great British Bake Off. The German guy is kind of annoying me, right? I kind of weirdly feel like he's angling to get his own show afterwards. Does anybody else get that impression with him? I was going to do a neutral highlighter, but I don't want to now, so 2 seconds. So I had been thinking I wanted to just do the Fenty How Many Carats Diamond Bomb, but then I'm thinking I want a bit more iridescent-y, so I'm going in with Over the Moon from Colourpop, which is this like crazy iridescent violety blue, just I might pop some in my inner corner as well, we'll see. But yeah, I get the feeling that he's angling for his own show because he keeps doing all this like science stuff and presenting it, right? And if you watch Big Bang Theory, the kind of vibe I get off him when he's doing that is the same vibe as the scenes where Sheldon's doing Fun with Flags, where he's just going to a completely different level on a subject and thinking it's interesting to people and that it's a show that people would want to watch. I think there's people that like science and there's people that like baking. I don't know how much of an audience there is for the crossover. That's all I'm saying. So I do want this for my inner corner. Why am I tidying it away? Oh yeah, I'm a happy shiny lady. Lips, 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 lips. I don't know what I want to do with my lips. I brought over a couple of nudie options and I'm now just kind of like, is that too boring? I think this is way wrong. I think this might be the one. Dusty Mauve from Anastasia. I'm going to do a bit of liner first though. Because, I don't know, my lips have been bugging me lately. Right, I've never been a huge fan of my lips. I want them done. Okay, like, I think they're disproportionate and I'd like to balance them out. But it's not a priority for my budget. This is the House Laboratories RIP Lip Liner Drag. But it's just a nice mauve, naturally colour. This is going to be another section where I take ages and can't talk to you. Like, yeah. See what I mean? Like, my top lip is just way thinner than my bottom lip, and I don't do a good job overlining, so I don't really do it. I feel like this side's a different shape to this side. But the more I try to fix it, it just, I don't know. It's all in my head. My mum thinks it's in my head. Or she's, no, not she thinks. She says it's in my head. So, Dusty Mauve. This will probably tone this down a little bit. I don't know, it was a much better match than I thought it was. I feel like the berry lip is quite 20s. Clean off all the piercings. They always get makeup on them. I just think it's easier to get it on them and wipe them off than to try and avoid them. I feel like I wouldn't end up with my makeup blended just nicely. So I am going to go in straighten my hair, do nice things to that, but I am liking this. It's like, it's very goth, but it's very colourful. This is a nice palette. There's a couple of colours that are not my jam. We have the brown corner. This one, if it had been a tiny bit paler, I probably would have tried to use as a brow bone colour, but that's just not going to work. I'm really looking forward to using Ace, Curfew, Flapper, Dandy, Speakeasy, because this is actually a burgundy hiding up here with the browns. But yeah, a lot of nice colours, nice balance of matte and shimmer. So 1, 2, 3, 8 shimmers. Oh, decadent. Decadent, which looks purple in real life and in blue on camera there. Oh yeah. Anyway, that's my makeup done. I'm going to go off and do my hair and change my clothes and go. So I will see you guys later. There might not be a review on Monday just because, as I said, with the conditions I'll be working in this weekend, I don't think it would be fair to do a wear test on anything, but I will see what I can manage. Bye! Mascara. Yeah, I forgot. I came back. Just, not that it's that interesting, I just didn't want you guys to think I'm that much of a numpty. But, yeah. I have been thinking about doing falsies, but I'm just going to the local cinema. And I'm already looking pretty OTT. So, we'll leave it. I was going to go and do my hair there, and I was like, something looks weird about my eyes. Oh yeah, I've got no lashes. And even with the eyeliner, it still makes a difference. Like, eyeliner will cover up a fair amount of not having mascara on, but it still definitely makes a difference. I ordered a new mascara with my Shein order, so that could be interesting, because their makeup so far has been hit and miss. Like the foundation and the concealer I loved, the eyeshadow I loved the colours, but it just didn't work for me. And then the contour palette was just weird. There we go. Actual finished this time. I am now 100% certain I haven't forgotten anything. If I have, you can laugh at me. Bye.